Hello there everyone and welcome to a new video. So I have completed Hogwarts Legacy and I just wanted to add a video talking about, is the game worth it? Is the game good? Is any of this really worth your time? And I can gladly say yes, it is. It's probably one of the best games out there currently. It's I'm very honest with you guys. It's it's a very good contender against God of War. Like the game doesn't have that brutality, but it does have its magic, and I think the graphics and the effects and everything is pretty damn good. As you can see, I have pretty much completed everything. Traits, one handles everything, brooms, um, appearances, conjurations, reveal your pages, absolutely everything, even enemies. I even used ancient magic on all the enemies for the Steam achievement. It's yeah, absolutely everything is completed. So let's get into some information that you may want. First off, we need to understand that this page over here, if you want to know where stuff are, you can simply hover over. If you zoom out, if you're slightly zoomed in, by the way, it will not show, okay? So you have to zoom out all the way out, and you can see here if you're missing field pages, Merlin trials, balloons, demiguise statues, astronomy tables, and landing platforms. Whatever those are, you can find them very easily. A very easy way to do this, I am going to go and show you guys some of the talent that I find useful and useless. And as you can see, this is very easy to find out exactly what you are missing. And as you can see, the strongest areas provide enemies between 30 and 40. And that's really weak. Honestly, pretty much steamroll everything. An easy way to complete the game. This is, by the way, I don't know if I can see. Can I see? I wonder. I don't think it's letting me. Yeah, it's on difficulty hard. Can I go higher? No. And also, I don't have speed toggle. What the fuck is this? Here's actors. Whatever. Like I I have only been playing on hard, and the game has been very easy. Um, okay, let's go into the talent points. As you can see, I have them all spread out, and I pretty much read everything and have to give props to where it's needed. Stealth is pretty much the best one. So if you have doubts on what to do, get to level 22, then start spending your points. Everything unlocks, all the little levels, like the final levels, like this one, unlocks at level 22. So you can do massive stuff with it. So the most important ones that you can pretty much complete this game. If you really want to complete this game, without I'm going to spoil a little bit, but if you really want to complete the game, okay, without using 90% of the spells, let me see, let me show you guys exactly what you need. So 99% of the game, right? You just press T, right? And you will only need, okay, you only need the Imperial Curse and Petrification Totalis from the stealth. Actually, don't even need to be stealthed, by the way. This is all you need to complete the game. The other spells are optional. Okay, why do I say that? Because on your sidebars you have these free plants over here, and these are ridiculous. Okay, you just spawn one of these or use this one. If you clump them up all together, you can just use this and kill everything. And where do you get this? You get it in the room of requirement. As you can see, I'm growing more Chinese chopping plants and mandrakes because, well, they're quite strong. And as you can see, I'm already full of it. And venomous tentacula. Yes, these are the the go-to always. And also, you will find in the world modifiers. The loom, for example. Mine has Petrificus totalis. It has the increased damage, and I am pretty much tanking everything, right? I don't really care. I just have like resistance to trolls, goblins, and whatever. But you can increase the damage of mandrakes. And what is it? The chomping cabbages. And the where are they? Oh, you cannot do venomous tentacula? I was pretty confident you could do venomous tentacula as well. Oh, there we go. You can do it right here. You can double dip. Wait, significantly increase Chinese. Oh, yes, you can. And you can get herbology free, which is also ridiculous. So you can just pretty much play this with Imperio, and on the actually I don't want to spoil the final boss, so I'm not gonna talk about it. But you cannot really do that guy with Imperio, but you can use these free spells. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you how. That's on you to discover, but that's all you need, and you can just use the Chinese jumping cabbages. Also, on the room of requirement, you have these ridiculous passive points. One is venomous tentacula attacks deal damage and break shields. And you also have this, the damage duration of mandrake compensation is increased, so another damage multiplier for mandrakes. And the Chinese chomping cabbages duplicate. That's pretty much double damage. And these are also optional, like the endures. I have never used potions because their time is very, very small. Like, let's be honest, this is like for 20 seconds I have like 20 enemies on screen. Come on, man, give me a break. These I just put points in these because I didn't know exactly what to use them for, and yeah, they're not that big of a deal. The other important ones are Perfect Protego releases a shockwave and hits. If you upgrade Stupefy, it will also deal damage, and it will deal damage pretty much the same as a normal Expelliarmus, pretty much to everybody, and it's a really good AoE clear. It pretty much clears all the trash, and as you can see, I did not get any of the spell sets. Yes, I haven't done anything. Also, this is the best movement skill in Hogsmeade and other places if you want to run around. This is also a funny one for a quest with the dragon. You can just dash through everything and just skip everything. Like you have to like move from cover to cover, but if you just steamroll it using this spell, you have no problem with the quest. These are also this is also very good. The basic cast reducing spell cooldowns. That's very nice. Because these are all the spells, okay? And Avada Kedavra has a very long cooldown. Same does Imperial. Yeah, these are just you know. Yeah, the Wigan World, these upgrades over here give you the ability to fully heal from a Wigan World. Very simple. That's not really important, but that's pretty much it. I think from this tree you want the Swift one, basic cast, and yeah, these two over here. The other ones are really just, you know, if you want to use something else. Also, this one is very nice. And yeah, the Revelio Mastery, this increases the range to a ridiculous one. It's like a doubling the range. It's a very strong on broom. You see everything. You see absolutely everything. Yeah, and in the dark arts, these again, if you wanna use this, I don't know, use it, but it's not mandatory. Pretty much the Imperial is the best, like very good. You use this on a troll, you clear up the entire room, easy, just like that. Yeah, these are just, you know, these are not. So I haven't really benefited from this one. I don't know exactly. You get like some HP, but that's not really good. Yeah, this just apply curses when you use normal spells. This applies a curse when you use a Protego, so it's really good. Stupefy and that and this one increases the damage, so it's you know, it's just stuff. But if you use Chinese jumping cabbages, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. From the spells, I think the transformation mastery is really good. Bombarda, the explosion just looks really nice, let's be honest. I have never used this. I have never used this. This is really good. This is actually another one if you're fighting in Fairy. Actually, yeah, in Fairy are not. Yeah, you actually cannot do it. Huh. Now that I think about it, you actually need Confrigo. So I kind of lied to that because you cannot do damage to Inferi unless they're on fire. So you need Confrigo as well. But just this one. Just this one. Which firebolts, just use this and Chinese jumping cabbages. Also this one works, but you know, it's not that great. It has a very small range. This the other Confrigo, you can shoot this like a mile away. That's pretty much it. That's all you need. And now you're gonna ask me, but how are you using the spell sets? Like, you have no spell sets, bro. What do you mean? What do you fucking mean, man? It doesn't make any sense what you're talking about. I need like a lot of spell. I need a lot of spells to do stuff. What the fuck are you talking about? So I'm gonna show you guys some perks
Your
of
field guide. I'm
not
most
using
pleased to
spells.
be included.
The spell set. So let's go.
Revelio.
Let's checking for camp here.
This place has seen better days.
There's only one enemy. Is there any bigger enemies? Like you? Are you here? Yeah, you're here. So if you guys don't have this guy, you unlock him by a quest. Okay, I'm not gonna show you guys what's happening here, but I'm just gonna tell you. You unlock him by a quest, so until you complete that, it's a main story quest, so you're not going to miss it. Yeah, we have a place here. So we are up here, and
I used to be still.
What?
just wake up.
Yeah,
All right.
just because
So
you
we
had
are.
a run-in with Harlow.
We use Levioso, right? As you can see, I am in the menu. What happened?
Get down from
I
here!
press T. I press the button T. And guess what? I can change all my spells. I can put Bombard. I can put this guy up. Take that. Cut that guy up. And where is everybody else?
Bombarda.
There we go. And that's clear, pretty much. Just go around and one-shot everything. That's the late game.
Not the best
pretty
place
much.
to be caught alone.
Let's go to these guys and
Incendio.
use Incendio.
Regret.
You're the one who
You can see my basic attacks.
Finite. You're the
And oh no, that guy has a purple shield. What am I gonna do? Give me a bit. Oh no. Oh, what the fuck? That was weird. Also, every enemy has a unique interaction with certain spells.
Iona Morgan's future, you whelp.
Where is that? Which?
Snitch at your back. Proud of yourself, are you?
Oh, there you are. Okay, use your thunder ability again, please. Shut up.
You've a little dark
Wake up.
magic in you, don't you?
Hello.
Barely felt anything that might want to look up.
So every enemy has a certain problem. Like these executioners, if you cast Expelliarmus, while they're charging, they take extra damage. When you fight a Dugbolt and you're levitated by the tongue and you use defend on it, it will one-shot it. There's a lot of mysteries in combat. I only show you the easier ones. There's like multiple ones. On a troll, you can simply use Imperial. I can actually show you guys. Let's see if we can find a troll here, and I can show you how easy it is to defeat a troll. So there's a troll lair over there. Let's just go there really quick. And yeah, if you want to learn the cursed spells, the unforgivable ones, you have to do the Sebastian's questline. So also you unlock Avada Kedavra very, very late into the game. So it's not that. So there we go. I'm in the troll area. Wake up. Come here. And there's this guy again. So we're just gonna use Imperial for him. And there we go. We simply won. There we go. And now the Imperial quest curse has run off. So of course we're just gonna use it again. Just run around. And there we go. One of them is dead. And now we're just gonna use Petrificus Totalis. And there you go. That's how we defeated the trolls. And this, according to the lore, Petrificus Totalis does not do any damage to the caster. So it pretty much remains as a statue. just freezes on the spot. So you can pretty much do a pacifist run. Let's see, do we have any more enemies? I haven't used the Chinese chomping cabbages. Anyway, we have a little bandit camp over there. And I don't know.
Revelio.
Alright, so
Hello. This.
let's use the Chinese chomping.
Fringo!
Oh no.
Where's your centaur friends, eh? You'll die for that.
Alright, and let's use a venomous tentacula.
Incendio!
Okay, that hurts. And a mandrake.
Was that meant to be an attack?
There you go. I killed like 3 enemies, 4 of this. Without doing much. And these are not even upgraded, by the way. They are not at the full extent. Apparently, you can get these to deal like 1000 damage per tick, which is ridiculous, especially the mandrakes. The mandrakes are ridiculous. They also stun the enemies, they bypass everything. You can use the shield, everything, and it doesn't really do much. Yeah, there's anything that I wanted to tell you. Oh yeah, there's like some Revelio pages that if you use Revelio, you don't hear any sound. Those are probably the hardest ones to get. I'm gonna give you guys some indicators of where you can find some of these. There is one right here. I'm gonna show you guys it immediately. In this building, you will not hear a thing unless you enter the building, the house. So there is a Revelio page here, and if you're not in the house, it will not make the sound effect. You have to be like somewhere in the doorstep or something like that to actually make the doorstep, or to actually make the sound. So if you guys are searching for some of them, be very careful that they do not have any sound effects. And they're like, where is it? Right? Yeah, that's one of them. I just gave you guys on that one. You can pass through these. You cannot fly above it, but you can. There's a tunnel. You have to go tunnel. If you just hide and you just use your I haven't used that spell the most, but I have never known its this disillusionment charm. Yeah, right. Able to cast Petrificus Totalis. Yeah, this is how you get through that zone. And as you can see, I have never used other bindings. I just changed the spells. Right. And at this point, I am very, very strong, and I don't really care about builds and whatever you want to use. This, like, if you understand the game and you figure out how this game works, you pretty much find yourself overpowered most of the time. And the game works very, very simple when we talk about gear. The gear, as you can see, is fully upgraded. And why is that? I am pretty confident, alright? I am pretty confident that upgrading the gear early on will make the game ridiculously easy. I'm just saying. If you can upgrade your gear to the max level early on, you will have a very easy game. And I am not talking about getting level 39 gear where it says on the left side defense 100. That doesn't matter. What matters is on the right side. On the right side it says defense 36. That means that if you take level 1 gear and you upgrade it, level 1 legendary gear and you upgrade it to the max level, you will get 36. That's ridiculous. Okay? That's very ridiculous. Because it's a lot. Early on, it's a lot. Because on the left side, it's gonna be like 5 to 10. And you will fight enemies according to your level. So that's also something that I found out. So, for example, in the upper parts here, when it's like 10 to 30 and 1 to 20, you will only find enemies in that. I only find enemies in that area. The Forbidden Forest actually has like level 40 ones, but I didn't find any. I don't know where they are. I thought so you'll find enemies everywhere and they're really weak. Like they're strong when you begin, but once you get slightly upgraded gear, everything becomes a joke. Like everything becomes a joke, and when you start defeating more enemies of the same kind, you will start getting what is it in combat? I can show you guys this. This is pretty much defeat X to get this protection, which you can apply to your gear. I do recommend Goblin and that's a mask. Trolls are also annoying sometimes if you don't know exactly how to do it, but the Dark Wizards. So if you defeat enough Dark Wizards, you're gonna get a Protergo Shielding trait. I don't know exactly what it does, but it's really good. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I only use the Goblin one. I actually don't know why, and the Troll one. Don't really know why I'm using it, because it doesn't really affect me that much. I probably could use some more plant damage, but anyways, yeah. Actually, is anything that I have to tell you about challenges? Combat is self-explanatory, just kill X amount. If you guys want to see the rewards, I guess it doesn't really matter. They're ugly. They're ugly. There's nothing much. Maybe on exploration, right? On exploration, there are some stuff that are worth talking about. So these are not unlocked by quest. They're unlocked if you understand the secrets of the castle. I'm not going to talk about them. I'm gonna tell you, you will pretty much find out yourself, because you won't be able to do certain stuff. And these are the 3 secrets of the castle, pretty much. It doesn't say here, but it rewards you some junk, pretty much. This is I use this one because yeah, it looks funny, especially with one of the masks. But yeah. The one that I do require, I recommend you getting is the Maryland Trials. I'm not going to show you how they're done, but they increase the storage for your gear, so they're pretty nice. Other than that, the Ancient Traces of Magic is also nice to have if you're planning to use Ancient Magic. Anything else, I don't think anything else is like that hard to get. The hardest one is going to be the value pages, really. The field guide pages, yeah. This is going to be rough. It's going to be rough. You don't need that many, you just need I think you need a little bit less than that. If you go for 100% completioning, you need to complete these pages over here. So there's like 31 of them here. There's 150 in Hogsward, and in Hogsmeade there's 55. Before the challenges you need less. Also, if you have completed all your owls, right? These are the owls that's been talking about. The Professor Weasley will just say you still have the progress stuff. It will act dumb. How do you make galleons? Galleons are very easy. You sell gear. You just sell gear. As you can see, I defeated those enemies. Didn't loot a single chest. Didn't loot a single chest. And if you go to gear over here, you'll see that I have this green gear, and it's in the right side of the screen there. It does say 60 something stones. Those are galleons. So if you go to a vendor and sell these, you will get 60 galleons. It's very, very good. Got like 40 gear, huh? Also, if we go to the map and you go to Hogwarts, if you go to the room requirement, there's no trick. So I tried to save gear for a long time to actually identify it as highest level, right? And it doesn't work. You still identify gear as level 39 or 40. Like, you know, if I'm level 40, I'm still gonna identify. There's like no trick to like skip gathering gear pretty much. Let's see if we have anything of level here. I did unlock something. Yeah, this is 39. As you can see, it did not unlock as 40. So yeah. Do I have anything here? No. No, I don't have any legendary whatsoever. It is what it is, I guess. I think this one was the legendary, but it's 39. Yeah. It doesn't really matter. My character is not completely maxed on gear, and I'm having like a breeze defeating every single enemy. So I don't really know about combat and the difficulties. Okay, I guess. Anything else that you guys should know about it? Again, this one you unlock it by quest. You can get his horns or upgrades from the vendors in Hogsmeade and other places. You also unlock a lot of stuff from this. I pretty much bought only the best stuff from Tomes and Scrolls, so you don't need to grind for gold a lot. That's pretty much it. The rest is pretty much completionism. Yeah. The potion vendors also selling recipes of potions. If you ever want to use them, there's nothing much to it. The game is really fun, and it kind of gets boring. You feel like you're in the end game, really. So it's actually well thought about because I am very strong. Also, another tip and trick. These things, these are, let's see, the conjugation one. There you go. These material refiners. So these produce you moonstone continuously for free. Every 10 minutes you can pick up 10, pretty much. Yeah, so going once in a while here, it will let you make whatever you want in the room. And as you can see, my room is a lot bigger than yours. If you haven't noticed, you pretty much unlock as you progress through the main story. So this one over here is unlocked when you do the Phoenix quest. I actually forgot about this one. But they do not unlock even if you complete. So how can I say this? This is really complicated for me to say because my English is limited. My English is very limited, goddammit. So if we complete this one, right? It does say there Phoenix statue spellcraft. And that's not really how it goes. And even this magic sheen spellcraft, and it's like, it's not really exactly when you unlock these. It's based on quests. Because what are those? Those are the progress. That
Cannot
one,
believe how
and
many
that one,
beasts you
and
have
the
here.
other one. You have to actually get to a certain point in the quest line to actually. There's a side quest
Oh
you
dear,
get from Deek.
Deke thinks perhaps you didn't know Deke was near.
Okay, I don't know why he's talking so much. But yeah, and also this room, once you complete, to, it's actually funny. Once you complete the final quest in the game, this room gets bigger. Mine is bigger than yours because I didn't know this. I just came back here and put more Chinese chomping, cabbages on, and it got bigger. I got into like an animation. Like it suddenly grew. It's whatever, I guess. Uh, yeah. That's pretty much it. I don't think I missed anything. The quest line, these little hopping things give you free potions that you'll probably use, I guess. I don't know. I only use the RimWorld. I use these stations to pretty much brew RimWorlds. So that's all I do, pretty much, just RimWorlds. That's all I do in these stations. This is why I use all of them to like in 15 seconds get all my potions up. I have 15 of them. You can just pick them up and then recraft them. You only need like one of them, really, but yeah, I use like 4 of them, just fill all of them, and just going through like the rotation. And that's pretty much it. 20 seconds of my life. I got my how many stations? I got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 stations. I have one more over here. So yeah, that's 12 potions. That's really fast, and it gets the job done. Um, anything else? Anything else that you may need information on and will pretty much help you out? Um,
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before.
beast catching, I guess. On beast catching, you pretty
Arresto
much use
momentum.
arrest momentum. So, oh yeah, if you want to wait for time, the game will show you, will prompt you. If you press F while you're on the map, you can wait until the night. And as you can see, uh, the moon calves have
Revelio.
spawned because they are
Arresto
nocturnal.
momentum.
And as you can see, I cocked it with the rest of momentum. If you use the spell again, you equip your bag, and then you just press the button. And you got it. There you go. That's how it works. That's how we catch pretty much most of the
Professor Howard
beasts.
will never believe this.
Yeah, all of them. Actually, all of them. Oh. Yeah, with the bag, pretty much, even the phoenix. I don't know if you can get 2 phoenixes, actually. That's something. I haven't been to the last cave, but that cave, last cave, to that cave. So, yeah, this is pretty much all of it. Talk about vegan world potions, talent points, the challenges, the secrets. Yeah, there's nothing much to talk about. The game is very easy, really. Uh, it's hard at the beginning because you're learning, but as you get you know further in, it becomes really really easy, and yeah. Um, Yeah, would I recommend this game to anyone? Yes, I would. This is probably one of the best games out there. I also haven't bought the deluxe version, by the way, so I just, waited the 3 days. I was pretty much too busy, couldn't play for that time. But yeah, this is pretty much my recommendations on Hogwarts Legacy. There's nothing much else that I can pretty much tell you without spoiling most of the stuff. Some quests, even side quests, are locked by main story quests. So if you complete all the side quests, you will not be able to do side quest continuation to the side quest until you do the respective main story quest. And the Avada Kedavra curse is very late. Okay, it's really late. Like, I would love to get it faster, but you're not gonna get it anytime soon. Okay, Crucio, Imperio, you're gonna get those faster, but damn, the other one is really hard to get. Yeah, I hope my recommendations help you in your journey through Hogwarts and make the gameplay much more easier. Uh, I think the biggest time factor that has saved me is this one over here. This is why I started with it. I didn't know if you zoom out, it actually shows you where you're missing the field pages. This was like ridiculous. This was, you know what I did? I went from this side of the map, actually this side of the map, and spammed Revelio all over this to find the missing stuff. And because of this part over here, I pretty much divided the map in two, and it made searching easier. But yeah, you could simply zoom out and it will show you where stuff is. Okay, that's like the number one tip that I haven't done really. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you guys also reach 100% challenges and also complete all your collection and have a great time in the Hogwarts, because I knew I had a blast in it. I pretty much the 20 hours gameplay. I pretty much played non-stop, and that was a great experience. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a nice one. Bye bye.